72 here, and yes, I know, shocking, I'm alive, I'm not dead. No, but in all honesty, I do apologize for my extremely long hiatus and hiatuses. It's been pretty bad that I haven't been more um, involved in this channel, and that's partially my fault, but I mean, it's been tough. I have my first semester of college right now under my belt, so I had a lot of stuff to worry about, a lot of things going on in life. Hate life, but haven't really got time to even play games that I've wanted to play just in recreation, let alone for recordings. But now summer's here, and really I only have my job, which I don't work a lot, so I'll hopefully be able to do a lot more recordings, and I'll actually get to that. Well, actually, I'll do that now because I'll probably forget. But my new plan for recording videos is I'm probably gonna just YouTube stream them or Twitch stream them. Probably just YouTube. I don't think like you guys going to Twitch every day. Like, is he on? You know what I mean? I don't want you guys doing that. But I'll probably just stream my Let's Plays anymore. Or if I'm just casually playing a game, I might just go on and do that, because I mean that's what we'll be working on pretty much now, just more casual Let's Plays. I'm thinking about doing Star Wars Bounty Hunter. I got that for the PS4, one of my favorite childhood games. Finally gonna get to play it. I'm gonna play it through one time on the PS4, just get used to everything again, and then once I finish that first run, I'm gonna do a stream Let's Play of it, sort of. So we'll do that, and then we'll see what goes from there. Probably Last of Us afterwards, and then hopefully after that, because I wanted to play through the Last of Us again, and I thought with commentary it'd be cool, especially me dying a lot. Fucking clickers. Anyway, but then hopefully getting back. Hopefully I'm planning on either resuming Sly 1, like pick off from where I was in Sly 1, or start over again. So we'll see. But I definitely want to get back to the Sly quadrilogy. Let's see how that works out. But anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about. I just got back from seeing the Ratchet and Clank movie. And just a quick disclaimer, I didn't grow up playing the Ratchet and Clank games. I haven't really played a whole lot of the Ratchet and Clank games. I started playing the first one. Not a good idea, because it's like saying, "Oh my god, you're gonna love the slicers. Play the first one." You know what I mean? Like, it's not. You recommend wait till you the second one, and I guarantee that's probably the same thing with Ratchet fans. So I mean, I'm not gonna be able to say, "Oh, it was stick really good to the source material." I'm not gonna be able to say that. I'm talking about how it was as a movie, and how I was if I was entertained by it. Spoiler alert, I was, but I'll get to that. But people I have talked to that are big fans of the games, YouTubers you guys know probably from the TheDeviousCoopers that I'm part of. My buddy Ryan, Sly Cooper Rocks, Sora Rocks, million names for the guy. He's played the games from what I remember for a good amount. He loved it. My buddy Angel of the Triad, Angel of an End, Vince, he loved it. My buddy Sly Daniels, Steven, he is a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. He said it was really, really good. You know, all these great things. So I'm going in, okay, good. Ratchet and Clank fans like it, so it's going to be a good movie. And I'll have to say, it was a good movie. It had its flaws, absolutely. It's not a perfect film. There are things that I think it could have improved on. And we'll talk about the impact. This is probably going to be a long video, disclaimer, but we're going to talk about what this impact will have on the Sly movie, if it does have impact. So, here's the first thing is I'm going to talk about the highs and the lows. So the highs of the highs of this movie is its humor. Its humor is fantastic. I couldn't really. I mean, and we'll get to this part in a second. But I was part of like three. Like there was three family groups, like a daughter and like a mom and daughter, two daughters, and like a grandmother and a couple kids, and then like a dad and a son. But so I'm in the back, so I couldn't really like laugh out loud, but I was chuckling for most of the movie. I love the fourth wall jokes. They were really funny. The voice cast was really good. I mean, you had celebrity stars, but I mean, they didn't like. You knew, oh, those are celebrities, but I mean, they fit with the characters' looks. I mean, Stallone, he didn't have he didn't really have that really like droll. So it was kind of first I'm like, oh wow, they got Stallone talk okay. Oh shit, I dropped my Xbox controller. I was laughing at that. But no, there was a lot of great fourth wall jokes. The voice cast, like I said, was great. It was good to see James Arnold Taylor and oh gosh, David Kay. I hope that's right. Played Ratchet. I was so happy to see those guys return. Much like I'd love to see Kevin Miller play Sly. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that, but yes, Kevin Miller, Sly Cooper, please. But we'll get to that the Sly movie in a second. Um, but yeah, I mean, the pacing was okay. I don't know. I just said the pacing's okay, and I realized I don't know what the fuck that means. But no, it was. I like the humor. Action was good. I mean, you can't really ask a whole lot, but I mean, the story was great. I mean, not great, but it was fine. I mean, it worked. I mean, it made sense that Quark would get pissed off at. From what I know of Quark's character, he would get like a little jealous of Ratchet, and I don't know if this happens in the games. Again, I haven't played them, but it made sense. I was kind of a little nervous that they were going into the trap of, oh well, Ratchet's gonna get this big head, and and he kind of did, and they were doing that, but then it's kind of just swept. Like it's like no, but he's actually calmed down a little bit. Sorry, let me move this. But no, he was fine. Like that wasn't that bad. It didn't really fall into the storyline that I hate. I hate like lie reveal stories, and I hate like oh he gets his big head and then he has to be brought down. I think those stories are like more for TV shows. And I think it fits better. I don't think you can do that kind of trope for an hour and what was this 40 minutes something like that. But they didn't do that. They focused on a couple other things, which is nice. The morals, there was like maybe not morals so more of, but there was good advice in this movie. John Goodman's character had a really nice line. Was it? You don't have to be a hero to do big things. You just have to do the right things. Like that is a nice message for kids and people in general. You just have to do the right thing in life. You don't have to do these big fancy things. And that's great. And there was another one or two that I can't really remember off the top of my head. Again, I just saw it. I wish I took. I was sitting there. I'm like, damn, I should have taken notes. But still, but it was great. It was good. There are some negatives, and I forgot to mention Paul Giamatti as Drek. I know a lot of people were pissed off that Drek's original voice character didn't bring it back. I love Paul Giamatti, and his voice was really good, so I liked it. Also, the end credit scene. If you didn't see the movie yet, go see the end credit scene, because Nefarious turns into a robot instead of the Green Goblin, or whatever the hell he was at the beginning. I know Nefarious is supposed to be a robot, so that made me happy. So some of the negatives of the film. Well, I saw a lot of animation errors. Like the lip syncing on a lot of scenes was it was like that's no, like you know what I mean. It was like there was one point where Chairman Drek just stopped talking, but his mouth kept moving, and there were a couple other ones like that, and like someone will be laughing. Oh no! Like another one was Drek's like shaking up and down like he's laughing, but yet he's talking normally, and it like the animation didn't sync up with the voice sometimes. It was also sometimes I couldn't tell when Stallone's character. I mean, he's a robot, so I mean it's not gonna look perfect, but it didn't just like going up and down. It just it looked a bit off to me. But there were a couple like lip syncing and animation errors like that I was like, you know, like I'm the guy to really look out for those kind of things. But once I start seeing them, like I wonder if there was just like one scene or if it's continuing. I'm like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I saw that throughout the film, unfortunately. So that kind of it didn't ruin the film by any means, but it was kind of bad. I mean, there are things that I felt like they should have expanded upon. Like when Drek was revealing his plan, he was just like, well, I grew up on a shit planet, but now I want to have a nice planet. Like, that was kind of just like, wait, what? That's it? That's all you're doing to blow up all these Sorry, spoiler alert. I shouldn't have fucking said that. Anyway. It's a Ratchet and Clank discussion. I should have fucking... God damn it. Sorry. Anyway, I'll put a thing up. Shit. Never mind. Okay, start over. Okay, so Drek's plan is to blow up all these uninhabited planets. And then, like, take the best parts of them and make them into the one big planet. One, like, nice planet. Like, has all the best parts of each planet. And so I'm like, okay, he's doing this. But why, though? And then he's just like, well, I want a nice planet. Like, that's it? Go live on one of those planets. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't click. And I mean, I bet it's more explained in the games, in the first game probably, but for a moviegoer, you're gonna sit there and be like, "That's it," like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there should have been a better, like, a more explained, like, if he was gonna make it so like he's gonna like real estate the friggin' place, just have everyone buy places there, then that's great. But then everyone knows Chairman Drex, the guy who's blowing shit up. At least from what I saw, I mean, a good amount of people know friggin' Drex doing all this. So it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. So his plan was kind of, it didn't make sense to me. I'm probably gonna get so much hate because it's better explained, or I missed something. But I really didn't get his plan. Nefarious had a clear plan. Nefarious was like, okay, fucker, you do whatever the hell you want, but I'm just gonna blow shit up and fuck everyone else. Because Nefarious went crazy. That makes sense. That makes total sense. I think honestly, it would have made more sense to not have Drek. Like, Drek's just not there, and Nefarious is just blowing up planets, and they're like, shit. Um, and then, like, he's just like, oh, you think I was doing it because of that? That was a cover-up, motherfucker. I'm gonna blow you all up. So that kind of, I mean, something like that, that would have made a little bit more sense. I don't know. Drek's motive really wasn't just explained. Also, I think, oh shit, sorry, stepped on chips. I, my room's a mess. But another thing I didn't get was, and again, I might have missed something. So if I did, please tell me. Like, don't say like you're a fucking idiot because this happened. I'm like, look, if I missed something, let me know because I probably fucking missed something. Anyway, because I'm an idiot. Anyway, but what happened was, so Nefarious, like, fucking, at one point they're just like, I thought Nefarious was dead. I'm like, wait, Nefarious was dead? I thought he was in prison. And then fucking Drek busted out in prison. When did anyone think he was dead? Like, I know Quark was, like, surprised to see him, but, like, they just, like, I didn't he didn't, was like, I thought you were dead. Like, or maybe he did say it, but it was quick. But, like, it was, okay, even if it was quick, though, they should have highlighted more because I'm like, but he was just bust out of prison. What do you mean he's dead? Like, why does Clank think he's dead? Or why does Quark think he's dead? He was just, I mean, during the escape, did the prison just blow up? Because if that was it, I think they should have highlighted on that more. I think they should have been like, you know, I don't think they touched upon that enough. Also, another thing, Ratchet had a nice arc of a character. I like how he was like, look, I'm this guy. I want to be something better. I want to be something more. I want to be a ranger. You know, all these things. And then it's not even like I have a problem with that because it was a fine arc. It's more of, there was a moment where they could have made him a more, like, I could have empathized with him more. And when he's like laying on that like beam and he's looking up at the sky and he's just like, I'll never be a ranger. I think honestly, if you wanted to make like the general audience feel really like really feel for the guy, they should have also had him say like, I'll never be anything. I think that you would have been like, oh, poor fucking Ratchet, man. And then he's just looking up, and then all of a sudden, crash. That would have been cool. But also, they kind of, because I saw Death Battle, so I kind of know a little bit about Ratchet. The Lombaxes were wiped out. I know that. And they didn't really touch upon that. I don't think they really touched upon that in the first game. So, I mean, I don't think they really need to bring that about, but I think something should have been. No, he did message that. I'm sorry, forget about that. But I think it would have been better to see, like, a little reference as to why he's, like, the last Lombax. But yeah, that's really only negatives. Like, I really didn't have a lot. It was really just the animation errors, and they should have just expanded on a couple things more so. So yeah, I like the film. Definitely go see it. I mean, if you love PlayStation, if you want to just have a decent time, just like, hey, you know, I want to see a movie. It's gonna kill time and it's gonna be pretty entertaining. Go see it. Ratchet and Clank's fun, really fun movie. Especially like kids would definitely enjoy it. I think it's a great film. Not great. It's a good film. It's a great time. It's a good film though. If I had to rate it, I don't really like giving ratings. I really hate it. Like I hate when I see on like IGN, like, I give this a 7 out of 10. I'm like, well, how do you know that like some guy playing it thinks it's the fucking greatest shit? everyone has their own goddamn opinion. Like, you can have a consensus, but you can also have your own opinion. And so I don't really like giving out ratings. I like just saying, this is pretty good. You'll probably enjoy this, or you probably won't like it if this. You'll like it if that. Um, but yeah, I like more giving recommendations than just saying it's a failure. You know what I mean? I don't like saying anything's a failure, except for like really shitty shit. But then you know what? Someone out there probably loves playing Ride to Hell Retribution. Someone plays it every fucking day and loves it. You don't know, so you don't say you can't. You can say it's really bad, and I don't recommend it to most audiences, but I really don't like saying nobody's gonna play this and love it, because someone out there might. You never know. Everyone's different. So definitely see it. I recommend it, but if I had to give it a rating, I really don't like giving ratings. But if I had to, I'd give it like a 7.5, 7.5. It's a passing movie. It's a good time. Really enjoyed it, but there are those negatives. Now, quick thing. Also, there was really cool reference when like Clank's like trying to see like I can't tell what your species is, and he's going through all these different ones. Daxter came up from Jack and Daxter, which was I was like, oh shit, and then Sly from the Sly movie, and it was that Sly, and I'm just like, this doesn't fit in this way. That was a weird thing though, cause like Daxter's like style kind of fit, and then there was a human thing, and that like looked out of nowhere. I'm like, this isn't the same universe. And then Sly came up, and I'm like, yay, it's Sly. But then I'm like, but he doesn't really fit with this art style in this area. I don't know. But okay, so now I'm gonna talk about the impacts that this will have on the Sly movie. Most of you, I mean, it was expected that the Sly Cooper movie was supposed to come out fall 2016. That is no longer the case. In a recent interview, they interviewed the director, Kevin Monroe. He directed this Ratchet and Clank movie as well. They asked him, they're like, well, how's the status on it? He's like, I'm waiting for the green light. I'm ready to start, like, working on it. They haven't really worked on the movie yet. Like, at all. So, when I heard that, I'm like, oh, they're going to see how Ratchet and Clank does. And see if they have a jumping point. And it's sad to say that the Ratchet and Clank movie's budget was $20 million. The last time I checked, it was just over 7 at the box office. And this is week 2. So things are not looking really good for the Ratchet movie. It's kind of sad. I mean, it's a fun movie. I mean, I think it opened up at a bad time. I mean, you got The Jungle Book. You got Civil War this weekend. It opened up in a bad spot. I think really you'd have to. It should have opened like in a dead point. Like March is usually not a big movie time, except no, Batman Superman came out. Like January, February. Besides Deadpool, I can't really remember a really good movie. So I think if it came out late February, it would have been fine. Going up against all this competition, it's struggling. That, and I've heard that the ad campaign was poor on this film. I don't have any sources to back that up, but from what I've been told, the sources were. I mean, the advertisement was very poor for Ratchet and Clank. So, what does this have to do with the Sly movie? Well, since Ratchet and Clank did not do overly well, and it's sad because, and that's another thing. From what I was told from the people who know Ratchet and Clank, it stuck to the source material, and it was good with it. Like, I was sitting there, I'm like, I could see, this is a game. I love it. I'm just down. And the problem with most video game movies is they do the opposite. They say, oh, you recognize this? Okay, we're going to make a movie that looks like this. And it's not the same. It's usually just a shit show. I mean, yeah, like most of, like, what was the one example I had? Like the Street Fighter movie, Street Fighter fucking Chun-Li movie, whatever the fuck that was. It was, like, those movies are just, like, oh, it's like a DLC pack for a shit game. Or like, it's a shitty movie, and then they just put skins on everything. It looks like they just got a script, and they're like, this will probably draw nothing. Let's put the fucking Street Fighter shit on it, or let's put Mortal Kombat, or let's put fucking Halo. You know what I mean? That, I think, is sad. And that's not what they did here. Sony was like, let's make a Ratchet and Clank movie. And it was entertaining. I think it's getting a lot of fucking shit for no reason. Some of the reviews I'm seeing is fucking garbage because it's like, it was like my 8-year-old might have enjoyed it, but his opinion doesn't matter. Some of the extent of that. And it's just like, motherfucker, the fucking game. This was by like a legit fucking like critic. Like he's just like, my kid enjoyed it, but his opinion doesn't matter. Motherfucker, it's made for kids. It's made for like general audiences. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people were fucking just sitting back and like, oh, this is gonna be shit. You know what? I guarantee you, most critics went into this movie and they're like, well, let's see, who's making this? Not Pixar, not DreamWorks, not fucking Blue Sky. Who the Rainmaker? Oh, this is gonna be shit. They once they saw that it was not by any of the big companies, I guarantee you they just went, okay, let's see what the fuck's wrong with this film. They didn't say, well, let's see the positives. They said, oh, look, this looks like Norm of the North. This looks like fucking Nut Job. This is bullshit. I guarantee you that's what happened. I think people are being extremely fucking harsh on this movie. Like, it's a fine movie. There's nothing like, it's not Citizen Kane, but it's not fucking um fucking like, where the fuck was that movie? Dwarves 2 or like, no, Trolls 2, where the fuck that movie was. They're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god, that movie. Whatever the fuck that movie's called. Like, you know what I mean? It was a fine movie. Give it a freaking 6. Give it a 7. Give it a fucking, like, give it an 8. Don't, hell, top 8, but like, don't give it like 3, 2, 1. Like count, lift off. Anyway, but no. Like IGN gave it a fucking 4. IGN gave it a fucking 4. Hang on, let me actually see what the hell was their exact, like, what, because they always do what's good and what's bad. So let me see what the fuck they said. Ratchet and Clank. Let's see. Oh, they gave it a 6. Oh, shit, I thought they gave it a 4. Okay, 6 is fine. Jesus Christ, I thought they gave it a 4. I'm sorry. I must have read it quick. So it said, charming characters, solid performances. Yeah, that's both true. Lack of depth. Okay, I kind of said that. Strange pacing. I mean, I don't know what pacing is, like I said. Weak action. Now, that's kind of bullshit. I think there was fine action. I mean, it wasn't anything like fucking Civil War, but Jesus Christ, it was fine. I mean, like, what? Like, like, Jesus Christ, you go see any other animated movie, like fucking Monsters vs. Aliens or some shit, like, there's not a lot of action in that either. That's what it's supposed to be. Like, it's fine. There's shooting, there's spaceship battles, it's fine. So IGN was, I was gonna shit on IGN for no reason, I guess. Sorry, but no, like, I think people are looking at the wrong things when it comes to this movie. I think they're just went into this saying, this is gonna be shit, but let's see how much of shit, and that was just a problem. But anyway, so all this adds up to an unfortunate conclusion in my mind. So what I believe this means is that Sony's gonna look at this and do, in my opinion, one of 3 things, but the third one is extremely unlikely. So I'm gonna stick with the first 2, but I'll explain the third afterwards. So they're gonna say, okay, well, Ratchet and Clank is like one of our biggest franchises. Like, it goes like Ratchet and Clank, fucking God of War, Jack and Daxter, like, it's one of their Crash Bandicoot, like, it's one of their Uncharted, it's one of their staples. Like, this is one of our things. Like, I love Sly, but it's not, it's close, it's fucking really close, but it's not like, you know, like, top parts of what is popular in PlayStation today. But so they look at this and they're like, shit, that's fucking Ratchet and Clank. What the hell is Sly gonna do out there in the movie theaters? So I think they are gonna be like, I think we tried, we experimented, and you know what? I think we're just gonna have to cut our losses. We're just gonna have to cancel the movie. Now, I don't know if they're gonna do that, because I mean, they did put out a trailer already. I mean, it hasn't. I don't think it'd be the first time that a trailer came out for a movie and then it got canceled. But what's the? I want to see what the view count on the trailer is. And sorry, I should have done all this research ahead of time. But again, I just wanted to get. I wanted to have the thoughts fresh in my mind from the movie. So let's see, Sly Cooper movie. Movie trailers. It's got about almost 4 million views. Mostly thumbs ups. So. And then we'll see Ratchet and Clank. A trailer from 6 months ago has like 4 million views. Let's see what the first trailer. Let's see what when they first announced it. It's almost a million. A year ago it had like 2 million. So it's roughly around the same. Relatively speaking. The one trailer came out 6 months ago, and then this one came out 2 years. Jesus Christ, 2 years ago. Oh my God. So I'm looking at this, and I think they're gonna say, well, fuck, we tried, not much. So they're gonna either cancel it or my greater fear, because honest to God, I would prefer to have no Sly Cooper movie, and I love Sly. Sly's my favorite fucking video game, favorite franchise, favorite anything related to video games. I would rather have no Sly movie than what my second opinion is. And what I believe their second thing is, they're gonna look at this and be like, well, I don't think we tapped into enough markets. And they're gonna fucking go into all these research groups and fucking ad marketing groups and like do all these fucking charts and shit. What appeals to this market? What appeals to this group? All that shit. And then you're gonna get a fucking Sly Cooper nut job movie, another Sly Cooper, another fucking video game fucking movie that no one likes because all it did was hit the fucking check marks. Because what they're gonna say is, well, hey, it might not be a good movie, but it's gonna make us some money. They're going to just hit every fucking check mark they need to. They're going to get every fucking celebrity they can just to voice whatever. They're going to get whatever the fuck. They're going to have all the silly fart jokes and all pop culture references and pop culture fucking, like, pop music. Oh, we're going to have fucking, like, Kanye, like, Ceiling Can't Hold Us fucking playing while Sly's doing a heist and shit. Like, that is my biggest fear. That, I can see that happening. It's fucking in my head, and I'm watching the fucking movie play out, and just sitting there in fucking horror and just pain and suffering. That is my biggest fear for that film. Or they can do the third option, which again I don't see likely, but I would prefer it over the last two. They say, look, okay, Ratchet didn't meet our expectations, but let's look at it. What could we improve on? Okay, this was a little off. Let's fix that. Well, this was a little off. Let's do more for that. And they make it so, one, they have a better ad campaign. Two, they make it look, because a lot of people are going to say it looked good. I think it looked fine. I think a lot of people are saying that the game it looks fine. So they're going to make the art style look more. Or maybe they'll keep this. Okay, so they'll probably keep the same art style because they already have some shit with that. But they'll say, okay, so what they're gonna probably do is they're gonna combine what worked in Ratchet and Clank and what worked in other films, other animated films that what worked in Ratchet and Clank and what has worked with the shit video game movies. Even the shit video games had some things working for it because it made money. I don't know how. Some of them did. Probably most of them didn't, but fucking some of them probably did. So they're going to say, some worked here, some worked there. Let's fucking look at this and fix the problem. Let's find a happy medium between getting all these markets, but staying true to what the game really was. How do they do that? I don't fucking know. I think that is something they have to discover for themselves. They have to discover what has worked with the Ratchet and Clank movie. And I think a good amount of things worked. And I think they have to work with what didn't what has worked in other animated movies and what has worked in other um, video game movies that did work. Like, I don't know honestly what those things are. I think what they do is they say, look, this similar art style worked. I think it worked, so let's do more of that. But let's also bring in some realism to it, which I think they're doing with the Slime movie, and that's fine. Fix fucking Murray though. All I'm asking, fix fucking Murray. Um, but I think if they find a happy medium in the animation style, I think they found a happy medium with celebrity voices and uh, character voices from the games. I think they did that very well. They'll continue to do that hopefully. Kevin Miller, Sly Cooper. Wait, what? Anyway, and then you fix the film aspects of it. You say, okay, so we go more in depth, but we don't go too far to where we bore audiences. We say, look, here's what happened, and here's why, and here's a motive for each character. Here's why this character's doing this. Here's why this character's that. I think, honestly, there wasn't enough introduction to the characters, and I think I saw Black Nerd. I don't think that's his full name. Well, God damn it, I'm gonna probably get just hate on it, but no, the Black Nerd. He did a piece about. I'm pretty sure that's his actual name. His YouTube name's something Black Nerd, but I think there's something else in there besides Black Nerd. But anyway, so he was revealing the movie, and he brought up a good point. He's like, we kind of just jumped into this world, and then we were like, okay, here you go. And for a video game, that's fine because we're gonna interact in that world, and we have like a relationship with that world because we are now in that world. With the movie, you're just introduced and enjoy. You know what I mean? It's not like you get to invest in the characters. You're investing in the characters in a game because you're controlling them and you're helping them win and you're helping them succeed. In a movie, you're just watching. You're not invested. You have to be invested. I think if they take the time to explain the characters, who they are and what they're doing. And Sly games have done that every fucking game. Sly always introduce himself, say I come from a long line of thieves in each game. Fucking Bentley's the brains of the operation. Friggin' Murray's the brawn, and they're all friends from the same orphanage. They do that, so I don't think there's that much of a problem. Ratchet and Clank, it's just like there's this guy, and they don't even say Ratchet's name for a good amount of the movie, and you don't know Drek is Drek until again like 15 minutes in. Like, I think they should have just walked by and he's just like, yes, Chairman Drek, like something like that. And then that's Drek. Okay, that's that guy. I mean, he said Victor. I knew who Victor was fucking in the beginning of the movie. But Ratchet, the guy, I mean, if an old lady's going in the movie and there's one guy fixing his shit and they didn't introduce his name yet, they're going to be like, well, which one's that? Ratchet or Clank? I can't remember. You know what I mean? So I think you need more introductions and more investment in the characters and their motives. You do that, that's great. And that's what they just need to do. They just need to invest more. I mean, at first when Drek blew up the first planet, I was like, oh my god, fucking people are dead. And then I found out it was uninhabited. But at first I'm like, when they just blew it up, I'm like, they should have said there are people on that planet. But then I realized there wasn't. But still, I think they should stress the important parts of the movie and then add in like the humor aspects, because the humor was great, but I think it took away a little bit of these are these characters and these are why they're important and this is why they're doing this. I think if you do that, and Sly does do that at each beginning of the game, he explains who he is, what he's doing, what job he's on, all these things. These are easily explained, so I think the Sly movie would work. And I think as long as you do that, if you explain the characters, who they are, what they're doing, X, Y, Z, and then they also say, we're going after fucking Clockwork because he hates my family because of this. It doesn't take long to explain a character and what they're doing. But you have to just do it. You can't just brush it off like they did with Drek. Drek's like, fucking, I had no planet, now I have the best planet. That's a little too quick. Take your time. It doesn't take 5 minutes to get invested in character. It literally just takes like 30 to 45 seconds of dialogue. Or even like just simply to invest in character. It takes just a couple seconds of dialogue, but not 5, not 3, like not a line and 2. Just like if you give me 10 lines, 10 15 lines in like 45 seconds, I can easily explain who Sly Cooper is, what he's doing, and why. That's all you need. Sly Cooper himself can be explained very well in 20-25 seconds. Bentley, you can explain in 15 seconds. Murray, 15 seconds. Clockwork, then I have, okay, so 20 plus 30, that's, okay, I'm a little over. But then Clockwork, again, like, I don't even think, I'm probably overestimating. You really don't need, but again, that's only 50 seconds to explain them. They took like 5 seconds each for each character. They needed more time to explain who the characters are, what they're doing. That's what I think the movie needed to fix. And I think that's what the Sly Cooper movie needs to do to work. That and a good ad campaign. Like when I went to New York before the Batman vs Superman movie came out, and there were fucking posters everywhere. It was on buses and everything. I'm not saying go nuts. You're gonna go out your fucking budget just there, but put it on a couple buses in L.A. Put it on like a billboard or two. Don't just put it on like early morning Cartoon Network commercials. You're not gonna get anything. So I think honestly that if they do go forward with the Sly Cooper movie, they have to sit down. They have to say, okay, this is what worked. This is what didn't. We can fix this. They can't just say we tried going the video game true to the video game way. Didn't work. Go back to what we usually did just so we can make a profit. I have the worst fear that's going to happen. I think they could cancel it, but I don't think they will because they have invested into the movie. So not a whole lot, but I think they've invested enough to where they kind of have to do it. We'll see though. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the Ratchet and Clank movie. How this is going to impact the Slime movie. If you have any questions, I'll happily answer them in the comment section below. If you want to discuss anything, I'm happy to just talk about that in the comments too. Just let me know. Let me hear your thoughts about what you thought of the movie, what worked, what didn't work, what could have worked, things like that. And I'll talk to you guys hopefully soon. Probably, like I said, playing Bounty Hunter on the PS4 and streaming that. If you have any suggestions for future Let's Plays, let me know. Maybe it's a game I haven't played for a long time or haven't played in a while. We'll see. So, Sly we trust, and see you guys later. Okay, bye, guys.